In today's video, we're going to be talking about addiction, and if you have one, I have a few things that you should consider. So in the last couple years, I had a lot of experience with addiction, and not from my own personal use or addiction to something, but having somebody else around me addicted to something. And I think the mental toll it can take on somebody, whether you are addicted to something or around somebody that is addicted to something, can be quite detrimental to you and affect you and impact your life negatively. And don't get me wrong, I'm probably slightly addicted to video games. I am very addicted to Marvel Rivals right now, but that really doesn't negatively impact anybody in my life right now. I love to grind ranked right now. Okay, I don't want to go on a whole tangent, but right now I am Plat 2, climbing the ranks in Marvel Rivals, so side note. But this can definitely impact somebody, like if you have a significant other and you're spending all your time on video games, obviously that's a problem. Right now, it's not too much of a problem. I guess I'm more so doing it to fill my time because I have a large void in time that I want to do something, and I love gaming, so that's what I kind of do. But on the other spectrum, I've had experience with alcohol addiction from my significant other in the past, and it really is hard to deal with. There'd be sometimes we'd go on dates and she wouldn't even remember that we went on that date, or like we did this one thing, and it really made me very sad. And I tried to guide her because, it sucks when somebody you go on a date with and like they don't even remember it, and something that you thought was really fun just isn't even remembered by that other person. So that really sucks. A couple other things, just like actions that come about through alcohol, saying certain things, doing certain things. Like she would just do some flat out disrespectful things while she was drinking. And, it's hard because you don't know whether to blame it on the alcohol or to, see that is how she is. And that for me, I guess I've never been straight up disrespectful to somebody while drinking. I have a kind of a similar video talking about this and betrayal, but this is a whole nother in-depth topic that I'm talking about today. And it's just so hard to see somebody with an addiction, at least to me, because I want to try to help that person and overcome it, because alcohol, it can really negatively impact you and those around you, and that goes for a lot of other addictions. If you're addicted to anything, really, I guess just try to consider those around you and how it's impacting those people that you love or that love you. And if you do some stupid thing because of your addiction and it hurts that person, and you continuously choose your vice over the person that you love or that loves you, that kind of sends a message to that other person that your addiction is more important than them. And that's how I really felt for a long time. And I tried to, shift her perspective into seeing how that actually impacts her life, and the people around her that love her. And for a long time, there's not much that you can do, and you can't really save anybody that doesn't want to be saved. And, it took a lot, a toll on me. And, the thing that actually turned it around is she got a DWI or DUI, whatever. And that's why she stopped, because she had to, and it was a large life impact. And, thankfully she's still sober to this day. We're not together anymore, but, that kind of whipped her into a reality of the situation. And that's a whole nother topic for that DUI story. That's a whole nother thing for another day. But just some disrespectful things that happen, and you need to be aware of how you are impacting those around you with your addiction, because it goes far deeper than you perceive it. And you might just be saying, oh, I'm having fun. Oh, I'm having a drink this day, that day, and that day rolls into the next and the next one. And, to me, there is always excuses as to why we're celebrating, as to why we are drinking this day, as to, oh, it's a Monday. Oh, Tuesday, like Monday was rough. Wednesday, oh, it's hump day. Thursday, oh, it's almost Friday. Friday, oh, it's the weekend. Saturday, well, of course, it's the weekend, you gotta drink. And then Sunday, it's like, oh, the Sunday scaries, right? And it's a never-ending cycle. And, I'm not a big drinker myself. Like, I'd like to avoid all addictive tendencies if possible. And obviously, I think anything can be addictive. And, like, sports, like, I'd say at a younger age, I was pretty addicted to sports. But I think that comes with anything that you're competitive at. And I think I'm more so of a competitive person. That's why I kind of gravitate towards gaming and want to kind of put my energy into that, because I can see the benefits of improving a skill from it. And some may say, okay, gaming isn't really translated into real life, but I don't think every single thing that you do has to translate to a real life skill. It's more so about fulfilling you and your happiness. And that's what I think of it as. And I don't really want to speak too much about the actual situation with this other person's addiction, just because I don't like speaking on somebody else's behalf of their own experiences. Like, I'll speak to my own experiences on how I saw something and it impacted me, but she definitely had her reasonings as to why she was drinking and why she was addicted to, other various things. And it's more of a vice to cope with other things. And, this impacts me in a way of just seeing somebody putting themselves through misery almost. And like, this is my mindset now whenever I see like drinking. I'm like, it's, there's nothing there for me. Now I'm to the point where I don't even want to drink, because I've seen what it has done to people that I love. And I don't want to go get blackout drunk, because, to me, I almost see people as doing that is like they're not whole by themselves, so they almost have to fill a void within them. And don't get me wrong, like, I'll have a drink every once in a while, and I think it's normal for most people to have a drink every once in a while. But I see it more so as if somebody isn't okay with being sober, it's more of like they'd rather be in an altered state of mind than be conscious with their own active mind by themselves without consuming anything that alters their behavior and or mindset. So that leads me to like, I see people smoke, and I have a few friends that smoke, but it's more so just like not feeling good enough without having that certain stimuli, or like whatever it is that you're gravitating towards to feel not at base level where you need nothing. And like, I want to try to get to that point. I feel like I'm pretty much there, of like, I want to just be able to go out and have fun and not have something else alter how I am or how I behave because I've seen, what it does to some people. And if that's the only way that you know how to have fun or things of that nature, then are you really having fun, or are you just like altering your state of mind to make you think that you're having more fun than you actually are? And don't get me wrong, I've had pretty good times while drinking and having fun, and I think that's part of the experience growing up. And I think I've gotten to a certain point where, that's really not for me. And I remember like in my early 20s, I was like, dang, like going out to bars are so much fun. Like I love going out and like doing all this, and like why would I never want to do this forever? And then, I had an experience with somebody who actually was addicted to alcohol and saw how that negatively impacts me and people around you. And it made my mindset shift into, wow, some people are drinking to numb the pain versus to just have fun. And that's not a good cycle to get into. And it can be a really slippery slope that you can easily develop a habit into. And I've seen it. And, even growing up, I've seen my parents, get violently drunk. Oh, not violently, that's probably a bad word to say, but belligerently drunk with some of their friends. And like I saw how they would act. And, I think I had a mindset shift at an early age. Like before I even drank, kind of me and all my friends were just like, yeah, like we don't really want to drink. We don't want to do any drugs. We don't want to do anything of that because like, what's the point? Like if you need that to have fun, then you're kind of a boring person. That's what I thought before. And that's what me and my friends always said before in like high school and growing up, before we could even drink. And then, we would drink when we were of legal age, and we would, have fun. And we're like, okay, maybe drinking isn't so bad. And then I feel like I've returned to that same mindset of I had previously. And now I'm back to my base thought process of, okay, like if I can't have fun without it, then am I even a fun person, or am I even actually having fun? So I'm kind of back to that, and I kind of want to, for the most part, just cut out all drinking in my life because, like I said, there's not really anything for me there. And I want to know within myself that like I can just go out and have a good time and not have to rely on a certain substance to have a good time. And this can be said for many other things, whatever somebody is addicted to, but I just want this video to resonate with at least one person and make them realize that, maybe it's not everything you think it is right now. And whatever it is that you're addicted to, just look around you and be conscious of how, like, if it's like a super hard drug, just know that if you're always looking for that next, whatever it is, next high, next dose, next drink, next whatever, look around you and be like, okay, am I prioritizing this over somebody else? Because if you are addicted to something, you're the only one that can make that choice to get out of it. And I had to come to terms with this because I wanted this for somebody so badly, and I saw how negatively it affects somebody, and I couldn't do anything. Nothing I said, nothing I did, nothing I would try to, make her see how things were, did anything. And so please, if you're in that boat and you're addicted to something, please let this be the call to just do it for the people that love you and that you love, because if it's not them you do it for, and you do it because of, legal reasons, that's still, I don't know, that to me, it is what it is. But please consider everybody around you. Thanks for listening, guys. This is a pretty passionate topic that has greatly impacted me, and I feel very deeply on, because I've seen what it can do. So guys, please stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you all.